It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerge. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd and through a It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 36, Garoppolo. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he is all the way up past the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
He's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And they'll run with Sermon.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Sermon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 50 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Sermon
shedding through the defense. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 44. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. Sermon with space, a 1st down, and then some.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Sermon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
14, 49ers 13.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And Jackson throwing once more.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off?
Went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REMS.
And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20.
Go time, baby.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
49ers 19.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And to give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
To the right side, this is Sermon.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back and
looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Flush to his right.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown!
J.K. Dobbins.
He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Recovered by San Francisco.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
This one complete to Mohamed Sanu.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the play goes for 19 yards. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some.
He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Sermon
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A final shot before half for Lance.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think
it's caught inside the 25 and all the way down to the 24-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And got his man complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 88 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment...
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown, 37 yards. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.